awareness with the irrepressible Basil Gold, the television show that changes lives. Truths and myths about environmental and health alternatives. And now, acclaimed worldwide by Entrepreneur Magazine, researcher and investigative reporter, the man who tells it like it is, your host, Mr. Basil Gold.
Good morning, America! Arise and shine. Now you'll wonder, what am I doing out here in the snow at 5:30 in the morning in beautiful Mount Shasta? Well, Dr. Richard Anderson is one of America's foremost authorities on body cleansing in a natural way, where all our diseases come from. So today we are going to sneak an interview, because one of his favorite hideaways is just down the way, and I conspired with his wife to catch him first thing this morning and get an interview. This is going to awaken your senses. Trust me, hang in. You need to hear this. Let's go and get dressed and sneak on down there. We're right back. Snow comes in handy. I just hope it doesn't keep us away from Dr. Anderson's camp. He's up there in his hideaway, and we're going to go and climb through the snow. Hang in. This is incredible. You're going to learn so much today. So stay with me. Okay, folks. Now we're right there. This is Dr. Anderson's teepee. Dr. Anderson wrote the book, Cleanse Thyself, Cleanse and Purify Thyself, and I will exalt thee to the throne of power. Now, I don't know if you know this, but 85% of Americans are suffering from such things as pathogenic microorganisms, worms, parasites, and food that's blocked in their stomach for 10 years. You're putting on weight? You better start thinking. But the beauty is, Dr. Anderson is the foremost authority in America on how to riddle this. And so we've sneaked an interview today, arranged with his wife, to speak to him. So let's get hold of her. Ivana!
Hi, Basil.
Hello.
How are you?
Here's
So
Dr.
nice to
Anderson.
see you.
All right, where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
He's down there in the creek taking a bath. You want to go see him?
All right, let's go.
right.
Yes, let's surprise him.
Hey, Richard. Sweetie, we have company.
Oh, he's having a bath in the ice water. My goodness. Oh, wow.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hi, love.
Guess who's here?
Basil Gold.
I told you we had a surprise today.
I can see.
I love
The
Dr.
man who
Anderson.
tells it as it is. Hey, brother.
Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Anderson.
Indeed.
Great. I've come to interview you. Is that okay?
You bet.
All right.
You're the one man I will talk to.
All right.
All right.
Good. Let's get to your teepee.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so now, Dr. Anderson, what are the causes of these diseases of the stomach, of the whole body? They're all caused down here, aren't
The
they?
primary cause, Basil, is that it's what people eat. It's what they're putting into their body that's causing so many problems in this country.
Like what?
Like sugar, like meat, like dairy products, like processed food, the wheat, the white bread, things like this.
All the preservatives.
Yes.
How about cooking?
And cooking too much food. I mean, actually, any kind of cooking causes a certain amount of toxicity.
And it kills.
People accumulate this toxicity over a lifetime, and it drains their electrolyte minerals, which is one of the most essential nutrients that we need in our body. We cannot live without it.
Right.
And without the electrolytes, what happens is that people, when they eat too many acid-forming foods, the electrolytes are pulled out of their system because the electrolytes are used to buffer the acids, and over a period of time their reserve of electrolytes are diminished and there's no more coming in, and then the body has to go and break down tissue to retrieve the minerals that are in tissue.
So it steals.
And that breaks down metabolic function.
So it steals from the
It
body.
steals from the body. That's it.
And this causes all kind of mucoids, and can you tell us about that?
When that causes all sorts of shifts in the body. For example, when the bile becomes too acid, the entire digestive tract becomes over acid. When that happens, all of the enzymes from the pancreas and all the other 22 enzymes in the small intestine, they can no longer function because they can only function in alkalinity.
Constipation.
And so the body defends itself by creating mucus in the bowel and any other part of the body, and this mucus lines the entire digestive tract. And it acts like a barrier preventing the proper digestion and assimilation, and the body, the health of the person drops another level.
Now, I heard, well, this is a fact, that when John Wayne died, they cut him open, they found 44 pounds of food stuck in his intestines, been there for years and years and years. Are Americans suffering that right now? Right here?
Most people are on their way to getting the same way that John Wayne was.
What percentage would you say of people are today suffering from this?
Not only do I agree with the statement, but many other doctors totally agree that over 90% of the American public are suffering from extreme toxicity in the digestive tract, the alimentary canal. And people need to learn, people need to know that disease is a creation.
Ah, wonderful. It is not in the genes. It's not handed down in the family. It's the habits and the lifestyle that's handed down, right?
Exactly. And they need to know that whatever they put into their bodies that interferes with normal, natural metabolism must be removed. And if it is not removed, overcoming disease is impossible.
This mucoid plaque that we have, can we see some of this?
Yes, let me show you
What does it look like?
of that. In my book, I have many different pictures of mucoid plaque, and you'll be able to see, for example, look at this one right here.
And this is what comes out of you, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it doesn't come out until you do something about it.
I know what you're going to ask. You're going to say, Rich, how do we get this stuff out of there? And we do that by herbs. But
well, we're going to get to that. Yeah, I want to know more.
Let me show you. See this picture right here? This came out of the colon. This one here came out of the duodenum.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the upper intestinal tract.
Right.
This one here came out of the jejunum. And so what I'm saying, and this is unique, a lot of people don't realize that we have this mucoid plaque build up, clear up, even into the stomach. But the stomach, the entire small intestine, and the colon.
Anybody obese would have to have all that plaque and that junk in it.
Absolutely. The average person who does our program, our cleanse, will remove between 25 to 50 feet of this disease-causing substance.
Now, you say...
7 days.
Now, you're out here in the mountains and you do herbs and you study herbs and you have developed a way of doing it and you've written it in here.
That's right.
And this is what you call your program.
Right.
Oh, well, so we need to get into that. Now, you know, people, this is where your disease is caused. It's what goes in here. So now I want to get to the bumper question. Now that everybody knows that, what are we going to do about getting it out of the body? But before we do that, I want to have a look at some of the scenery. We want to show the people some of the views here in Mount Shasta.
Yes, and behold, nature.
Thank you. Look at
and
that.
The closer we get to nature, the better we are.
Well, now, obviously, you want to know what we're going to do about this. I want to tell you something, folks. I want to scare the living out of you. I have seen 22-foot worms coming out of people my size.
And I know of 30 feet and even up to 60 feet.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How do we get all this stuff, the parasites? We all have them. I mean, 85%. How do we get this out of our body?
Well, we have to, first we need to cleanse. We need to cleanse the body because a lot of these parasites will actually hide in and are protected by the mucus that lines the intestinal tract. Right. And so it's essential for a person first, before they get into cleansing, to replenish their electrolyte reserve. That's essential.
How do we do that?
Okay, first thing we do is we get on the right diet.
What do we do?
And then there are supplements that a person can take to speed up the process. There are simple pH tests that people can use, and they can get the directions of that in my book, and then they will be able to measure their own electrolyte reserve.
So you do telling you exactly what people need to do.
Exactly.
Minerals and all the things. Wonderful.
Right.
I haven't read the whole book. I've read most of it. They're very, very exciting. Scary. And what else do we do?
Okay, then once we replenish the electrolytes, then we can start taking simple, basic herbs and get on a cleansing program to start pulling the mucus out of the body, out of the intestines.
Now, there are herbs that actually take this out, like
Absolutely.
day 1, day
Yeah.
2, day 3, you start seeing things coming out.
Yes. Usually it takes about 4 days, maybe 5. Depends. See, I like to start people on a low-level program so that they don't detox too fast.
Which everybody else is doing. Folks, I know you've heard of cleanses. I've heard of millions of cleanses in America. I've done 3 years of research into this to come up with you. I hope you're on it, because it's the right way to do it. It's slow and gentle.
And then we get into deeper and deeper levels. And when we get into deep levels, it's the most potent cleansing program you've ever heard of. And
it also nutritionalizes the body at the same time,
That's right.
which
That's
a lot of the
exactly
others don't do.
Right, yes. We have incredible ability to replenish all the other minerals and nutritional aspects that are essential. If you don't have the right nutrition in your body, the body does not dare eliminate too much toxicity, or it'll overstress the liver and the kidneys.
Wow.
So once this starts coming out, most people are totally amazed. I mean, even after they finish a cleanse and they've seen 30 feet of this mucoid plaque coming out of their bowels, they still say, God, I can't believe it.
Let's look at some of that real black mucoid plaque that comes out. I mean, I saw it here.
Let me show you some that actually are photographs inside the colon, and they have special equipment to do this. And if you'll see, look at this one right there. You can see that, first of all, there's no blood veins showing.
Right,
now, if you didn't have any mucoid plaque, blood veins would be visible in every picture of the bowel.
Right, okay.
There's none here. And you also see these big, huge lumps and these growths. And you see, look at this. I mean, and look at the toxicity.
Wow.
I mean, this is what people have in their bodies, and they expect to be healthy.
Now, I like this one with this long black thing. This came out of a body.
That's right. Look at 6 feet long. That's just one piece.
And folks, in case you don't know, it came out the rear, okay? But it could be in there for 20 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Until you take these herbs, it's not going to come out and do a proper cleansing.
That's right. And so what happens when people pull this out, you can imagine, their energy increases substantially.
Oh,
and that's
yes.
the number one testimony I hear. But also their minds work better. And I've taken people who are in their 80s, and their
we have
mind
like
comes
1
back.
minute left, yeah. What would you want people in America to know the most, right here, right now?
Basil, I'd like to say in closing that I've seen cancer, heart disease, arthritis, I've seen osteoporosis, all of the degenerative diseases, I've seen them disappear with cleansing.
Absolutely, and so have I. Folks, doctor, thank you so much. You've heard it. Give us a call and I'll tell you more about it. I'm off to Mexico for the second half of the show. So come along for the ride. It should not surprise you to know that cancer, heart disease, diabetes, in fact, all degenerative diseases can be reversed. We're down in Tijuana, and we're going to go over across the road to interview Dr. Dan Rogers at the hospital, where they claim to totally reverse degenerative diseases. Stay tuned.
Dr. Rogers, Mr. Basil Gold.
Pleasure to meet you at long last.
Likewise, Basil, and it's a pleasure to be part of your TV show Awareness, and it's bringing the truth to the American public.
Oh, thank you. Doctor, I have read and seen case histories of people with degenerative diseases, terminal diseases from all over the world, young and old, coming here to Tijuana. Folks, I want to tell you that the truths and the myths about alternative medicine, where you get categorical changes, miraculous changes, and you have it all here. You do it all here in Mexico. Now, could you take me through this? I mean, if I were a terminal cancer patient, could you take me through the steps of everything that I would go through here?
Absolutely, Basil. And as you know, we treat patients in all stages of disease. Naturally, the earlier that we get the patient to treat them, the better the results. But when all else has failed, when people have slammed the door shut and said, go on ahead and go home and die, don't do that. American public, don't accept that as your final stage. There is a change, and there are better ways. We can do it here at the hospital. How do we do that? We do it by increasing the body's immune system response. How do we do that? Well, by changing diet, lifestyle, by adding things such as ozone, hyperbaric medicine, chelation, and many other treatment modalities, vaccines. All of these are designed to increase the patient's immune system and help the patient better fight disease.
Now these immune systems, this is from your own blood, right?
Yes, sir.
The immunization. So can we go through and see the hospital and how these things all work?
Yes, Basil, let's go. Here we are in the hyperbaric oxygen chamber room, and we also have ozone here. This is the Hansler German ozone machine. The most important aspect that we believe as far as oxygenating the body is the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, or HBO.
Now, I believe that this is not allowed in America, yet this oxygenates the body, kills free radicals, and helps to boost the immune system, right?
That's exactly correct. And we've been using it very effectively, and more, much more. We've been using it very effectively for a number of years. And we use it to treat not only cancer, but all types of degenerative disease. By having the patient pressurized to 2 times the normal atmospheric pressure at sea level or greater, and having them breathe pure oxygen at the same time, we are able to increase the oxygen carrying content of the body in all tissues up to 1,000 times higher than you can get by breathing oxygen at normal atmospheric pressure. And that's 100% oxygen at sea level.
That's incredible. Well, I know it. That is incredible.
And we use oxygen also in several other forms: hydrogen peroxide, ultraviolet blood irradiation, and IV chelations, and many others. But the most important mainstay of our oxygen therapy modalities is hyperbaric medicine.
Wow, so now she's going to stay in there for how long in the tank?
Each hyperbaric treatment is about a 2-hour treatment.
And when they come out, have you ever checked the blood, the pH balance of the blood before and after?
Absolutely. We've checked pH, and also we've checked oxygen concentration. You can actually put oxygen concentration meter right on the skin or at various parts of the body, and you can test the varying levels of oxygen concentration before and after treatment, and even trans treatment or during treatment times.
Oh, that's fine. You see, folks, this is what you need. You cannot get this in America. So you're going to get half measures. Looks like everybody's going to have to come down to Tijuana to come see your doctor.
Sounds wonderful.
Now, we're in the intensive care unit here, folks, and this intensive care unit is totally different from any other one in America, that's for sure. Can you tell me what makes you so different here? So different.
Well, Basil, the ICU here, other than being used in the standard orthodox ways, such as recovery from surgery or monitoring patients that are in end-stage disease and need 24-hour per day monitoring, this here can significantly benefit our patients in such ways as monitoring them during the initial stages of Coley's toxins, Issel's fever shots, the Issel's vaccines, chelation, and other therapies that need constant 24-hour per day monitoring. This includes such capabilities as cardiac telemetry, assisted ventilation for patients that need help in breathing, and complete monitoring capabilities as we have here. Also, we have specially trained staff that work here in intensive care. Incidentally, Basil, this hospital is a full-service hospital that serves not only the needs of the local community, but also specializes in alternative medicine.
Now that's what I like, folks. You see, this is a fully integrated service in this hospital where you get the body, the mind, the spirit, the nutrition. You get everything right here.
That's absolutely correct. We have an ongoing lecture series that helps our patients to understand what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to do it, and how they're supposed to do it.
The most important part, Mr. Gold, is with reference to dealing with the patient as a whole, and that's what we do here, versus in the States they want to look at specific things.
Exactly. So, Dr. Rogers, I understand that the proper organic nutrition on a daily basis is what you people use as an integral part. And as the father of medicine, Hippocrates, said, you got to feed the body from within, it will heal from within. Now, you know that as the Gerson therapy, yeah?
Yes, Basil. The Gerson therapy is an excellent model to show how we cleanse the body from the inside out and also provide organic, phytonutrient-rich materials on a daily basis to maintain the body's immune system in peak operating condition. That's the reason why we provide the patients on a daily basis with all of the fresh fruits, vegetables, and juices that you see here.
Wonderful. Well, are we going to get to eat some of it right now?
Right now, let's eat.
Wonderful.
When I came in, I had tumors the size of footballs under my arm and on my neck. And look at me now.
I have a multiple myeloma, and my doctor, or former doctor, recommended that I come to this center, and I came, and I'm satisfied, and things are going well.
Hace 3 semanas llegué aquí pensando que me iba yo a morir, y ahora he encontrado en esta clínica una nueva vida. Creo que voy por buen camino.
My problem is my pancreas tumor, and I'm doing very good, and I hope I do better very soon. Thank you.
I have ovarian cancer stage 4. When I came here and started treatment, I hit bottom. I'm now getting better, and I'm looking forward to having better health.
The hospital is right over there. The beach is right here. I've been with the doctors and the patients. Why are we down here?
Exercise, Basil, is an integral part of the healing process, and it's something we recommend that our patients participate in on a daily basis. Now, folks, it really is a shame that American citizens have to travel to a foreign country in order to seek freedom of choice in medical care. In the land of the free and the brave, the USA, it's unconscionable that we don't have freedom of choice in our medical care. Now, folks, you can do something about this. Talk to your local senators, your state congressmen, federal authorities, get the laws changed, get laws enacted. You can do something about it. It's your choice. Act now. You decide. You can help to get the laws changed so that this can be brought to your own hometown. Basil, what you're doing is an absolute fantastic thing that we're doing for the American public, letting them be informed of what we need in the freedom of choice in medical care in the USA. I appreciate it very much. I know all of our patients do, and future patients across America will appreciate what you're doing today. Thank you so much.